Why, hello, friends and fans of the podcast. Today, I actually believe is a special episode. We can really view it as my coming out party. Yes, my debutante ball. I have finally, after decades of not knowing where I fit in the music world, I have been able to identify with one genre. More than the others, I really do like all genres, but I believe there is a new genre of music creeping out of the woodwork, and we need to identify it. Today we have to be sharp and see that dark country is a genre. Before I go any further, it is important to understand that I am not claiming to have come up with anything, to have discovered anything, or to have created anything. I only want to help pull this baby out of the womb and into the world. Remember that scene from City Slickers where Billy Crystal has to help that cow give birth, and he sticks his hands into the cow and he pulls out that calf and is all slippery and gooey, right? Remember that scene? That's us. We are pulling this calf into the world, and we now have to give it a name. Just like Billy Crystal in City Slickers. He had to give the calf a name. And what name did he choose? I forget. Norm. Oh my goodness. Wow. I must have really liked that movie. So there is a new genre of music out there. We need to give it a name. I happen to like dark country, and I will say why. First of all, even though that I think Southern Goth rolls best off of the tongue, it doesn't do a good job describing the geographic location for the inspiration of the songs. And most artists who write dark country music are not from the South at all. Most of the songs are not always about the South. Some are, but not all. So what bands am I talking about? What musicians fall into the category of dark country? Blues Saraceno from Connecticut, Justin Mahoney of the Heavy Horses from Newfoundland, Canada, Nick Nolan, the North Country Gentlemen, who I actually, I researched them. I think they're from England or something. I got to double check this, but I was reading something that they had posted, and they spelt color Colour. So I don't know too many Americans that do that. So the North Country Gentlemen, probably from Britain. They sing the song Ghost Train, the Ballad of Jesse James. How about the band The Dead South? They're from Canada. They sing the song In Hell, I'll Be in Good Company. Johnny Cash had themes of dark country, and I actually think he's kind of the godfather of dark country. The Coffin Shakers, Jay Munley, Lonesome Wyatt and the Holy Spooks, the darker side of dark country, if you will. Those Poor Bastards, the same guy. Lonesome Wyatt is actually, he's with the Holy Spooks and the Poor Bastards. He's from Wisconsin. I can go on and mention bands that fall into this genre. However, let's define it now. Let's define what type of music I'm actually talking about. It is dark. The content is usually very dark, but also storytelling or fantastic in nature. It's like a dark fantasy with that eerie, dark music to accompany it. But what instruments do you hear in a song that falls into the dark country genre? Pretty much everything. And I'm not kidding. I mean, dark country utilizes more instruments than any other genre I've ever heard of in my life. The accordion, the banjo, the mandolin, the piano, the pedal steel guitar, both the acoustic and electric guitar, many times the fretless bass, harmonica, violin, cello. There's 10 instruments right there. Oh, and usually lacking in the percussion area. But they get creative. Sometimes there's the sound of a chain dragging as the percussion, or a door shutting with some echo, hands clapping, things like that. And usually every album has one or two songs that are in 3/4 time. Kind of like a waltz. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And they don't need to count off 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 at the beginning of the song just to show off that, hey, we wrote a song in 3/4 time. Check us out. Nope, it is a main weapon in their arsenal. It's normal to them, but we need to have one name. For the love of all that is sacred, one name for this genre. Now, I think the name should be dark country. But you want to know other names for this genre? Southern Goth, Gothic Country, the Denver Sound, Gothic Western, Doom Rock, Gothic Americana, Dark Folk, Gothic Folk. Now, I like the way Southern Goth rolls off the tongue, but not everyone who falls into this genre of music falls into the South, nor the Goth category. So I need to discard that name, even though I actually like how it sounds. Now, dark country. Anyone who hears this music but doesn't know where it fits usually starts off with the word country. Oh, I heard this song the other day. It's really good. It kind of sounded like country. So they start off by already using the word country. It's a darker kind of country. So now that leaves Gothic country or dark country. But you see, I take issue with the word goth. I mean, the older origins of the name come from like the 3rd or 4th century or something way back when the Germanic people attacked the Romans. Some stayed in Italy, some stayed in Spain, but they were considered the Goths. Now, today, people equate Goths with people who worship Satan or they enjoy evil. That's actually not the case. Someone who's Gothic is someone who can be described as a person who can see beauty in the things that the majority of people find dark or depressing. That's a Gothic person. However, there's a lot of ambiguity related to the word goth. There really isn't that much ambiguity related to the word dark. Nothing else can be referred to as dark country except for the music that, well, is dark country. And think about this. When someone actually begins to describe a song that falls into the dark country genre, but they don't know how to describe it, they end up using the words dark and country. They say, oh, you know, it's almost like folk. It's like that old country, but it's really dark, and I just can't figure it out. Well, guess what? It's dark country. It has nothing to do with religion, nothing to do with what anyone believes, nothing to do with the devil. In fact, there are artists of dark country who are from all walks of life and all religions. Even some of the songs talk about praying to God. Yes, the God of the Bible. What's my point here? My point is that dark country is a music genre. That's it. It's like pop, dance, disco, rock, hip-hop. It's dark country, baby. And I love it. I really identify with this genre, and I do not identify with every lyric of every song. So if you're listening to a dark, I'm going to go listen to something right now. What was one of those bands he mentioned? I'm going to Google it. Oh, listen to this. And then there's all these, horrible themes. Every genre of music is going to have lyrics that I don't identify with, or nor would you identify with. It's a genre of music. So there's going to be a lot that is good and bad within that genre and according to your taste. So I don't agree with every lyric, but I also don't agree with every lyric of classic rock. Quite to the contrary, yes, get ready, get the arrows ready, because I know you're going to start firing them at me. I find classic rock to be very limited in lyrical expression. Should I repeat it? Because I know the haters are going to hate. I find classic rock, now I find pop to be worse, but I find classic rock to be actually quite limited in lyrical expression. Hip-hop, actually, I find to be a heck of a lot more expressive and creative lyrically than some classic rock songs. It's no wonder why the most famous lyricists, you can Google it or research it, and again, it's all opinion. But Leonard Cohen, Bob Dylan, Joni Mitchell, these are really considered folk artists before they're considered rock artists. And Joni and Leonard are from Canada, for crying out loud. And where's Bob Dylan from? Like Wisconsin or something like that? I forget exactly where he's from. So I'm not going to guess. Well, it could be Wisconsin. I don't remember. Oh, you know what? It might be Minnesota. I actually think Bob Dylan is from Minnesota. I'll have to look it up. At any rate, today, yes, today, we need to be sharp and see that dark country is a rising star as a music genre, and that many people today love this music. They just don't know what drawer to store it in. Well, fret no more. Put it in the drawer marked Dark Country and carry on with your life. You are safe now. Anyways, let's be sharp and see Dark Country as the music genre it is, and it'll be much easier to find when we want to search it on the internet. In fact, if you put in Dark Country on the internet, you will get a host of artists who fall into that category, and the beautiful thing is that it'll actually say, oh yeah, this artist here, they're considered Southern Goth, Western Goth, Gothic Americana, Dark Americana, la-di-da-di-da. It's Dark Country. I think if we have one name for it, just like there's only one name for pop, there's one name for rock, Dark Country. I think that in the years to come, that is going to be a name, a genre that stands out. And it's been around for decades. I'm not saying it's new. I'm saying there is a new or a renewed deep appreciation for this type of music, and Latin America, especially Brazil, loves it. Hook, line, and sinker, they love it. They know good music when they hear it. Anyways, again, let's be sharp and see Dark Country as the music genre that it is. Please feel free to follow me on Instagram under the name Be Sharp and See. Until next time, this is your host, Artie Astor, saying, stay groovy.